Today we are going to be learning how to solve simple one-step equations using fractions and mixed numbers. I will do about 4 examples for you, and then I will turn you loose to practice on your own. Let me first share my screen, and then I can demonstrate for you. All right. So first, what we're going to do is just do a simple review of one we did earlier this year. X minus 4 equals 1. So we know that we use the inverse operation to get rid of that minus 4. So we add 4 to both sides. Remember, whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other side. This gets rid of that minus 4. So we're left with x on this side. 1 plus 4 equals 5. That's pretty simple. That we could all do probably 2 months ago. So now we're going to change it up just a little bit. Same basic equation. I added some fractions to make them mixed numbers. X minus 4 3/4 equals 1 and 1/12. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. We want to isolate or get the variable, the letter, by itself. So here we have minus 4 3/4. We have to add 4 3/4 to both sides. So this ends up dropping off. That's the easy part, and we're left with x. Now we have to do this. And what I like to do is rewrite this off to the side. So I have 1 and 1/12 plus 4 3/4. Okay. First thing you should notice is we do not have like denominators. So we have to get like denominators. And eventually you're just going to be able to see what this is supposed to be. But if you need to write out the prime factorization, you can. But what we can see is that our common denominator is going to be 12, our least common denominator. So I'm going to rewrite this as 1 and 1/12, and then this is going to be 4 and something over 12. To get from 4 to 12, we multiply by 3. So therefore, 3 times 3 is 9. Now we can add the whole number portions. 1 plus 4 is 5. And then 1/12 plus 9/12 is 5/12. Or I'm sorry, is 10/12. 5 and 10/12. But we can also notice that that is not in simplest form. We always have to put things in simplest form. They're both even, so we could divide the numerator and denominator by 2. We get 5, 6. So 5 and 5/6 is our answer. All right, let's do one that involves some regrouping. X plus 3 7/9 equals 5. So we have a plus 3 7/9. We're going to have to subtract 3 7/9 from both sides. This side, that drops off, and we're left with only the x. So now, let's look at this. We're going to rewrite this over here. 5 minus 3 7/9. So in order to do this, we have to regroup this, make this 4 9/9. Remember, we can rewrite a 1 as a number over the same number. Now we can subtract the whole numbers. 4 minus 3 is 1. 9/9 minus 7/9 is 2/9. 1 and 2/9, and that is in simplest form. And then finally, we will be looking at multiple mixed numbers or multiple fractions that we have to deal with. Okay, so a plus 5 1/4 plus 2 1/2 equals 13 1/6. So remember, the first thing we need to do is try to get the variable by itself on one side and everything else to the other side. So here, if we have a plus 5 1/4, we have to subtract 5 1/4. If we have a plus 2 1/2, we have to do minus 2 1/2. So we're going to be doing the same thing to the other side. These drop off, these drop off. We're left with a on the left side. Now let's rewrite this to make it a little bit easier to read. 13 1/6 minus 5 1/4 minus 2 1/2. Okay, So we have three mixed numbers, and we have to notice that they are definitely not the same denominator. So we need to get them the same denominator. And when we look at 16, 4, and 2, our least common denominator is 16. So we are going to rewrite everything in 16ths. Okay, so to get from 4 to 16, we multiply by 4. We do the same for the numerator. To get from 2 to 16, we multiply by 8. We do the same thing in the numerator. So now we have 1/16 minus 4/16 minus 8/16. We can't do that kind of subtraction quite yet. So we have to regroup. So we're going to regroup this first one, 12, and we're going to make this 17/16. And then we're just going to rewrite this. Okay. So now we can do the operations on the whole numbers. 12 minus 5 is 7, minus 2 is 5. Now we have three fractions all in 16ths. 17/16 minus 4/16, that's 13/16, minus 8/16 would be 5/16. So our answer is 5 and 5/16. So now you have the basics to solve one-step equations using fractions and mixed numbers. Go and practice.